Hello and welcome to my Forever in Motion Facebook class. My name is Kereen and I'm a recreation therapist with the Community Older Adult team, and I will be leading your class for you today. I'm just going to ditch my little remote here. So what you're going to need for today's class, the same that I usually get you to grab: a sturdy chair, your tubing or TheraBand, good pair of running shoes, and your water bottle. If you have all those things, we are good to go. Remembering that good posture, standing up nice and tall or sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. Your core is engaged, so you're bracing your stomach nice and tight as though someone's going to give you a nice playful punch in the stomach. And chest is always up, so you're showing off a brand new bow tie or a new necklace. Right? And working at your own pace. So always work at your own pace. Listen to your body. If at any point you're feeling pain, discomfort, or like you're overexerting yourself, make sure that you stop, slow down, or adapt whatever you're doing. We always want it to be a safe class. So starting off with a march. As for the water bottle, feel free to grab a drink of water anytime you need. You don't need to wait for me to tell you it's time for a drink. Anytime you need, grab it. All right, so I'm going to be doing a nice short, quick class for you today. Not quick as in how fast you're doing the movements, but a quick class as in I'm going to try to compress a bunch of stuff into a shorter period of time again. All right, so let's take the legs wide. Swinging those arms with it nice and big so we can warm up upper body and lower body. And let's go wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. And so we're working ourselves evenly balanced. Let's tap down here and switch which side we're starting with. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to slow it down. We don't always have time in our days to do everything that we'd like to do, including a longer workout. So this is one of the reasons why I am doing a shorter one for you, because I simply don't have time to make a longer one right now. And also, you might not have time for a longer workout today, so it'll work for both of us. And 3, 2, last one, and bringing those legs back in. All right, let's switch that up to a heel dig. So heel dig, heel dig. Heel is down, toe pointing up. Both arms, same time. Let's do a bicep curl. And 4, 3, 2, last one, back to a march. All right, switching that up to low impact jumping jacks. So we're just going to tap out to the side to start with the legs, and then add in the arms when you're ready for it. And 3, 2, last one, and back to regular march. All right, starting the next round, let's go straight into a V-step. I'm going to start with my left leg. So left, wide, narrow to the back. Get those arms moving with it. How about out, out, in, in. I'm going to tap down here and switch which leg I'm starting with. Three, two, last one, back to a march. Give those shoulders a bit of a roll here or a shrug, whatever you need. Shake them out a little bit. We're going to go back to that heel dig, starting with the left leg. So heel dig. This time, single arm. We're going to do same arm, same leg. So you do always have the option of extending this a little bit longer if this ends out to be too short of a video, but you like the moves, the options that I'm giving you, then feel free to extend it a little bit longer. Kind of stop the video, pause the video. You've got that option with any of the videos. And 4, 3, 2, last one, and regular march. We're going to take the next one to a cross-country ski. So we did the low impact jacks last time around. This time it is going to be cross-country ski. So just tapping back, and the arms are going to go opposite to the leg. Four, 3, 2, last one, and back to a march. And just finishing off this round with a ham curl. So bending that knee up, kicking up and behind you. Make sure you're not bending at the hips. Let's do a reach and pull. If that's not feeling so good on those shoulders today, feel free to take that down lower. I am extending those fingers as I reach forward and squeezing to a fist as I pull it back. And 3, 2, last one, and take that just back to regular march. All right, one last round. So instead of the wide, wide, narrow, narrow, or V step, we're going for an hourglass. So start with the legs wide. So it's just kind of the opposite of the diamond that we sometimes do. So starting with the legs wide, and I'm going to start moving with my left leg. So bringing it narrow in the center, meeting up in the center, and then wide at the front again. Just in the shape of an hourglass, as you would expect. Okay, I'm going to switch up the arms here. I'm going to start with okay, let's start with the arms out. And Okay, so again, for the sake of time, I'm going to switch up the arms here. We're going to start with our right leg this time. Start with the arms in, and as you come in, take the arms out, and then bring them in when you go out again. Okay, and for the sake of time, this is going to be the last round going back, or last time going back, and let's take it back to a march. Okay, so we did jacks, we did cross-country ski. Let's combine the arms and the legs, challenge our brains a little bit. So let's get the legs going for cross-country ski, tapping the legs back, arms, jacks, arms, so just raising out to the sides. And 3, 2, last 1, and back to a march. Switching it up. Take those legs tapping out to the side for Jack's legs. Arms are cross country, so front and back. If you haven't done this before, this one is definitely the harder of the two, but stick with it, it does get easier. And 3, 2, last 1, and march. All right, combining the hip flexion. Did I do that one? I think I did that one. Okay, combining hip flexion and hem curl. Let's go into a rocking horse. So we left knee, bring it up in the front, right leg, heel in the back for a hem curl. So knee, we can do a bicep curl with it. And 3, 2, last 1. And let's switch legs, shake that out a little bit. Right leg. And when that right leg, let's actually, you know what, arms down, and let's bring the arms up when the back leg is coming up this time. Keep your shoulders back, chest up. And 3, 2, last 1. There we go. All right, grab a drink of water. We made it through that really quick. Like I said, we're gonna compress a lot into today. Grab your band. Take that chin back, do that chin tuck. Get those shoulders back. We are going to go straight into that paddler's row. So grab your chair. You're sitting to the front of your chair, heels down. Similar position as if you were doing the back row, but arms stay straight and you were just pulling back. So take a breath in and exhale as you're pulling back. I'm gonna bring my chair a little more forward. Only pressing back as far as you can comfortably, making sure you're keeping your core engaged and you're sitting up nice and tall. Slow and controlled. So we're going same speed, both directions. All right, chest. I am really running through these, aren't I? Chest, grab it in your right hand. Left wrist crosses over top. Grab on so your pinkies are touching. Good base of support, so your feet are about shoulder width apart. Slight bend to your knees. Bring it up to about chest or armpit height. Take a breath in and exhale as you pull apart. Inhale as you release. Again, nice, slow and controlled. And one more of these, and then we are going to switch which hand is on top. So keep hanging on to it with your right hand. This time your left hand goes underneath. Take a breath in and exhale as you are pulling apart. All right, shaking that out. Let's do an M fly. So I'm gonna kind of combine a shoulder and back exercise here. This one kind of doubles as both. So starting out with that M, I'm just gonna do a small M because I want to work my muscles through a greater range of motion. Woo, ice maker just scared me. Pull it back, or let it back into the front here, but don't let it go back to that M. As soon as it starts losing resistance, extend back out again. Okay, this isn't a commercial, but I do like my ice maker. Enjoy a nice cold drink of water. So adding that little bit of ice, I really enjoy it. Okay, let's do one more. There we go. Shaking that out. Stepping on the band. Let's take this to a lateral raise. Palms are facing forward. Your knees are slightly bent. Take a breath in and exhale as you are lifting up and out to the sides. Don't raise the arms any higher than shoulder height. If you can only raise about that high without losing your form, that is good enough. If you have a heavier resistance band, then maybe just let up a little bit on the resistance. Do what works for you. Always listen to your body. Let's do two more. And last one. All right, keeping that same position, let's go straight into the bicep curl. And so we are going to do, you know what, let's do the reverse. So palms are facing back. This is a very functional move. It helps with movements like opening jars. Actually, that's the biggie too. Opening jars or turning doorknobs, that's what this one helps you with because it works your forearm more so than the other bicep curls. Still working your biceps, but a little bit extra for your forearm. I am going kind of fast with this, trying to fit everything in. So feel free to slow it down or to add more reps. Or both. Okay, last two. And last one. All right, let's go into a tricep extension. Grab it in your right hand, throw it over your left shoulder. Left elbow, let's keep it close by your side. Left hand is fairly close to your right hand. Take a breath in and exhale as you extend your arms straight down to your side. You are still either standing up nice and tall or sitting up nice and tall, core engaged. Two more. And last one. Switch sides, take it in your left hand, throw it over your right shoulder, grab with your with your right hand, elbow stays in close to your side, and take a breath in and extend that straight down. Try to keep your chin tucked, ears over your shoulders. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, you can either just narrow your base of support or take one leg in front of the other. That works too. If you want to challenge a little bit more, bring it to heel toe. And let's do two more. And last one. There we go. For our core exercise, what I'd like to do is the seated walk. So you're sitting nice and tall at the back of your chair. You lean to one side, shifting your weight to one side, lift the opposite hip, and then move it forward. And then shift your weight to that side, lift the opposite, and move it forward. So as though you are actually just walking on your bum, but don't just slide your bum on there. You want to make sure that you are lifting. Very functional, works your obliques, helps you out if you were to fall and not be able to get up. This is a good way of scooting yourself, literally scooting yourself over to your phone or to the front door, whatever you needed to do to call for help. Okay, so again, for the sake of time, I'm going to stop it there and lean forward and stand up, nice and slow. And so from here, let's take it into those squats. And you are sitting back as though you were going to sit into a chair, and then change your mind and you sit back up. Sitting back, keep your chest up, knees behind your toes, don't bring them forward. Press down through your feet. Feel those muscles working. Squeeze your glutes together, your butt muscles. Squeeze as you're pushing yourself up. Feel the work. Go down a little bit farther if you can. We're going to do a couple more. Press. How about one more? All right, shaking that out. Let's go for hip abduction. So taking that leg up to the side, toes are turned in, leading with the heel, maybe even a little bit pigeon-toed. Nice, slow and controlled, alternating legs. So we are mimicking that weight shift we do when we're walking. Core is still engaged. And the more you slow these down, the more you challenge your balance. Keep that in mind. For sake of time, I'm not going to slow it down quite as much today as I would normally. One more each side. All right, you should feel that in the sides here, your hip abductors. All right, taking that to a toe, heel raise. Up onto your toes, and then back onto your heels, raising the toes up. Okay, that time the ice maker did not scare me like it did last time. This one also, the more you slow it down, the more it will challenge your balance, which is a good thing. Okay, and to finish off by adding in one more balance, what I want to do is the reaching. So reaching forward, so I'm going to turn sideways. So you reach forward, reach as far as you can. I'm going to put the chair here. Reach as far as you can. Chair's there for whatever level of support you need. And then pop up that opposite leg to reach just a little bit farther. Bring that leg back in, reach with the other arm, reach, 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 and then pop up the opposite leg to reach just a little bit farther. One more each side, reach, pop up that opposite leg, reach, pop up the opposite leg. Okay, same idea, sideways. We're going to reach as far as we can and then pop up that opposite leg to reach just a little bit farther. Reach, pop up that leg, reach, pop up the leg, reach, pop up the leg. Remember that chair is there if you need it. All right, shaking it out, moving straight into our flexibility. Sitting up nice and tall, heel down, toe pointing up, pivot forward at the hips. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstring. Pull the toes up more towards your shin. Feel the stretch in your calf. Take it to the other leg, heel down, toe pointing up, pivoting forward at the hips. Head, neck, spine in alignment, keeping the ears above the shoulders. Pull the toes more up to your shin. All right, shaking that out. Take it to that hip flexor quad stretch. Sitting up nice and tall. If you want to add in that extended arm for lengthening in the obliques, feel free to give a little bit more of a lean back. If you want to feel a little bit deeper of a stretch, this is where you want to feel that. Switch to the other side, extend that leg back as far as what feels comfortable for you. All right, go into our tricep stretch. Reach down between your shoulder blades, gentle press on your elbow or your triceps area. Or if that doesn't feel so good on your shoulder, feel free to take it across to the other side. Looking how I'm doing for time. I'm gonna try and make this a half-hour video today if I can. Shaking that out. Other arm, reaching down, gentle press on your elbow or your triceps area, or take it across to the other side. Reaching down, press those shoulders back, stretched open for a chest stretch and bicep at the same time. Rotate those thumbs around, press back. Rotate the thumbs back up again. Nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Keep your shoulders level. Take one ear down to your shoulder. Opposite arm is reaching towards the floor. Head back up to the center. Other ear to your shoulder. Opposite arm towards the floor. And head back up to the center. Finishing off with 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. One last time, deep breath in. Stretch it up. And exhale. And thank you very much for joining me today. I managed to squeeze everything into my half-hour workout. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to call or leave a message or email. And thank you very much for joining, and you take care. We'll catch you again another time. Bye-bye.